When a state fails in its duty, the citizens will seek another state, savior. Has the Nigerian state failed? Have the citizens found a savior in the person of Martin Vincent Otse, also known as Very Dark Black Man? In this video, you will be the judge. Ahmed T. Ajiran versus AIG Jimoh Fakorede.
Alright, so AIG Jimoh, happy new month. See, today is me and you alone. I am not making any other posts, outside posts that relates to me and you and how corrupt you are and the justice system of this country, right? Like I said yesterday, I saw the invitation that was sent from Lagos and they said I should come. You know, I'm not coming to Lagos. I am not coming because I can come to Lagos now and you people will pin murder on me like you did to Ahmed Tajjudeen. So I'm not going to come to Lagos, right? And nobody on earth can make me go to Lagos. This is my right. I am not coming. There are a lot of police stations here in Abuja that are bigger than the police in Lagos. Yeah, we have the first headquarters here. We have FCID here. You understand? The FCID is controlled by DIG. You're an AIG. The DIG is above you. So we have other stations here. We have the IG monitoring units. They can investigate the matter. You understand? I'm not going to come to Lagos. If there was another AIG in Lagos, yeah, I would have come. But so long you're an AIG in Lagos, any police invitation from Lagos, I would not accept it. Maybe if you leave that office tomorrow, they call me for the case, invite me, quite all right, I'm going to come. You understand? This is the Nigerian police force. Nobody is above the law. But in this one, for my safety, so that when I no go pin murder on me, say I unalive somebody, or put drugs in my bag, because the police in Lagos, if Jimoh Moshood can do this to Ahmed Tajjudeen, then they can do worse to me. They can put drugs in my bag, even from the airport. They can arrest me in the airport and say that I did something. Jimoh Moshood is AIG. The CP that is in charge of Lagos, the whole Lagos state, is not an AIG, he's a commissioner of police. You understand? He's a commissioner of police. Jimoh Moshood is above him. So, I beg, I'm not going to go to Lagos. Right? That's standard. That is number one. It has been established. And like I said, nobody on earth can make me go to Lagos. I am not going to Lagos. Do you have a problem? There's another AIG of NCCC. You can send it there. You understand? And of course, there's no way. I've sat down, calculated. I know the person that wrote the petition. It is Fakorede. And Fakorede is on the run. He left Nigeria already. You understand? But you probably instructed him to do that because you want me in Lagos and you probably want to get my phone. So what you people want to know is you want to know how Very Dark Man got the information that Very Dark Man is using to expose you people. But you're making a mistake. All those things are public documents at the end of the day. You understand? They are all public documents. So there's no shaking from this side. My own is that you are a corrupt policeman and the justice system of this country will be aware of it. For the interest of Nigerians and the interest of the justice system of this country, we must put this out there so that every crime in that Lagos will be investigated. And also, all the people that you have charged to court, Jimoh Moshood, when you were a CP, they should bring them back and investigate the matter. You understand? And I'll also go further to write to the Inspector General of Police that the two suspects, Bariga and Fabo, that Bariga and Fabo will be brought to Abuja because their life is no longer safe in Lagos. As I speak to you people now, Nigerians, as I speak to you now, Bariga hand is broken because of the torture. He cannot straight his hand like this because of how they've been torturing that guy, because of how they tortured him before they took him to Kirikiri Medium. You understand? Jimoh Moshood have done a lot of damage, and these are not just mere allegations. These are allegations that have proof. You understand? The suspects have put it in their statement, and it is there. And there's another person that died in custody. His name is David. You understand? So it is simple. Now, Nigerians don't understand how big of a matter this is. I will just break it down for you. Like I said, Jimoh Moshood and Fakorede. I think Fakorede is the owner of Bash Oil in Lekki. Fakorede, yeah, I might be wrong, but I think he's the owner. So anyways, Jimoh Moshood is friend to Fakorede. Fakorede and Ahmed are business rivals, right? Then Fakorede had a problem with Ahmed Tajjudeen over a land that Ahmed refused them from selling, right? And next thing, he told his friend Jimoh Moshood, and because Ahmed Fakorede and Jimoh have also dragged the VGC land, probably, you know, they've been dragging land together. There's a voice call to that effect where Ahmed was saying that Jimoh, AIG, thinks he's going to get the land, you know. So because of this reason, they decided to work together and pin murder on him. I'm saying it with full confidence. They pin murder on him because all the investigation report says otherwise. So after this, I'm going to start with the comparison of the both investigation report. And of course, you know, Very Dark Man's evidence are always very, very clear. And lastly, you see the mistake you people are making. I saw the little content creators you people got to counter me. Did you see that all of them, they've kept quiet? They went to interview the suspects, the family of the people. The family could not even tell them anything reasonable. You know, I was just looking at them. Now they're tired, you know, because they don't have facts of this case. They are just talking. All the people that have been contracted, they are too small. If you join 100 creators in this country, right, you join 100 content creators together, one post from Very Dark Man is enough to just scatter them. Because Very Dark Man posts with evidence, right? They post with malice. I post evidence, not malice. I can stand for my enemy when my enemy is right. You understand? I can stand for my enemy when my... That is why in this case of Bajabia Mila, you understand? APC must go, all of us, they talk about APC no try, APC no try. But there's one thing, when that PFIPC guy came out, and then he said that I was the only person that asked the question, because I don't do malice. When I criticize with an open mind. I don't do malice, I don't do sentiment. So I asked the guy a question. What did I say? I asked the PCFIPC guy, Adeyemi, I said, have you ever seen Baja face to face? He said, no. I said, have you ever spoken with Baja on the phone? He said, yes. I said, did you see him on a video call? He said, no. I said, anybody can act as Baja on the phone. Then he said, yes, he didn't rule that out. Then privately, I told him something. I said, my brother, let me and you now ask ourselves a question. I said, do you know who Baja is? He said the chief of staff. I said the chief of staff is equivalent to the president, right? You know that? He said yes. I said because the chief of staff is the one that is the reporting officer. Basically, the president listens to him. I said, with the position this guy holds, do you think 400 million naira is his problem? Do you think 400 million naira is his problem? That's about $200 and something thousand or $300,000. Even the whole 1 billion. Even the whole 20-something billion. These people can move money in dollars. They can just carry $23 million and put it in a bag and just carry it and go. I'm not saying that human being can be greedy, but if you want to calculate and if you want to weigh the options, you will calculate properly. You understand? You think of possibilities of a crime, or if this person is capable, or if this person can be willing, or if there are other routes to commit this crime without going through the route that is being proposed or the routes that they are using to accuse the person. This is how I do my investigation. Right? And when I do all this investigation, I always come out 100% right. I told him, I said, with the position where Baja gets, there are a lot of governors in Nigeria. He can just wake up one morning and call one and tell him that, man, the president is not happy with you. The president is not happy with you, but there are some things we can do. Just do it, come. The governor can just come and just give him $1 billion or $1 million. They can do that to get favor from Tinubu. So what am I trying to say? I don't do malice, and this is why I've been here. And this is why when I talk, if you like, back content creators and influencers, they will make videos from now till tomorrow. Very Dark Man is here. They are here. There's a reason why I've been here for how many years now. Very Dark Man meets his Waterloo, no day. So Jimoh Moshood, as I did like this, so when I tell you, say you corrupt, there is no influencer you can get in this country that will be able to pull you out. Corruption is corruption. And for the interest of the justice system of this country, people like you should not even be in office, let alone you have a future of trying to become the Inspector General of Police. No, you can't be. Very Dark Man is a political. Hey, they are sponsoring you to go and meet Jimoh Moshood. Hey, talking about sponsor, they come for my next post. Hey, Ahmed Tajjudeen pay. I've never met Ahmed before. You people saw the video. He was the one that said, Very Dark Man, please investigate. There are a lot of creators in this country. There are a lot of influential people in this country. There are a lot of people with social media that have more followers than me in this country. There's a reason they pick Very Dark Man, because they all know. They all know in this country, down to from the president down, everybody knows that VDM does not lie. That VDM does not take money. That anything VDM say, you take it for it. Even the people where they criticize me for this media, they know. People who enter problem for this country, they know the person where we say people will believe. It didn't come easy. It didn't come easy now. It didn't come easy. Integrity. That's why I use it to brag. That's why I use it to brag. Me, money, it's not my problem. I'm good. Peace and love, don't play. And I go learn new thing. And that new thing, I go learn am the hard way. I never brush. Alright, so they say, Very Dark Man, you should be scared of the AIG. I cannot be scared of the AIG. I have the full fact of the case. Everything about the case is here. Everything. But you see, this is the most important part. It is this report that exposed Jimoh. As you can see, this is a police investigation report from Prt.4. It is signed. You can see the police stamp, everything. This one is what exposed him completely. We are going to come to this, right? Let me show you the documents I have. This is the investigation of Jimoh. This is the reason why Ahmed was arrested. It's this investigation and recommendation that made them arrest Ahmed. This nonsense that they did here. So let me tell you how well informed I am of this case. This is the suspect statement. This is 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 suspect statement. This one self carries the stamp. This is Ahmed Tajjudeen international passports. These are stamps, his travel stamps. This is his visas. Bro, I am well informed on this case. Don't play with me, man. I have everything, every evidence, right? This is the affidavit that Babajide Akinloye signed to collect the dead body of Prince Ademola Akinloye to stop the police from doing autopsy and investigating the matter. This is the bond he signed to collect the phone. This is the flight ticket of Ahmed Ajiran. This is other statements. This is the petition that was written against Ahmed by the palace. Bro, I have everything of this case, everything, right? This is the first invitation that was sent to Ahmed. This is 2023. As you can see, the first invitation, 19th of May. Anyways, we'll get right into this case, right? So now let's start. So this is the investigation report that led to the arrest of Ahmed Ajiran, right? And this is what exposed Jimoh. Now, we'll go straight to the important part of this investigation report. So first things first, let's go straight to the suspect, right? Because it is what the suspect said, and that was what the police relied on to arrest Ahmed, right? So let's read. We'll go to the important part, right? This is a statement by Fakorede that was recorded, and this is where they recommended to the DPP. Now, he said, he made additional statements after Yusuf Ismaila, aka Bariga, was arrested, that he was called by Kenny. Please take note of the name. That he was called by Kenny to send his account number, which he later did, and the sum of 500,000 naira was transferred into his account by Kenny for the job well done in killing Sheriff Salami. He was told that Alhaji Ahmed sent the sum of 2 million naira meant for the killing of Sheriff Ishola Salami. That 4 of them participated in the killing, shared the 2 million naira. Now, this person is saying that Kenny was the person that Ahmed contracted and paid 2 million naira for the killing of Sheriff Salami. So it is this person that got the contract, Mr. Kenny. Please take note of the name. Kenny. Now, we'll now go to the statement of Bariga. We'll go straight to the important part. He said the 4 of them all participated in the killing of Sheriff Fakorede. And a few days later, Ahmed Tajjudeen sent the sum of 2 million naira through body to them to share for the job well done. He said Bode is currently living in Germany. If you remember, Fatai Fabo said they were contracted by a guy called Kenny. And it is that Kenny that Ahmed gave the 2 million naira. And it's that 2 million naira that they shared. The contractor is Kenny. Now, Bariga is saying the person that contracted them is Bode. So who contracted you guys? Do you understand? Two people that participated in the murder of Sheriff Salami have two different answers. One is saying it is Kenny. The other person is saying it is Bode. So who actually contracted you guys? We'll find out later. This Kenny and Bode, we're going to see what happened to them. Jimoh was shoot, man. Anyways, let's go to the finding. From the investigation so far conducted, the following facts emerge. So police have now concluded. So this is what they found out. This is what AIG Jimoh found out from all the investigation he did. So we'll go straight to 4.2. That on the 26th of August 2024, Prince Ademola Akinloye, the son of the sitting chief of Ajiran land, was also murdered in broad daylight. And the matter reported to the police, but investigation has not been concluded. There's a reason why I started from this. So it said that on the day Prince Ademola Akinloye was unalive, on the 26th of August 2024, it was reported to the police, but investigation has not been concluded. Please put that at the back of your mind. Now again, we'll go to 4.11. That Fabo knows nothing on the killing of the late Prince Ademola Akinloye, and on that day, he was in Ibadan. He was not in Lagos, right? Now, we go again. There's a reason why I'm making emphasis on this. Now we go to 4.14. That Yusuf Ismaila, aka Bariga, confirmed to the police that himself, Fabo, Kenny, Mascot, killed Sheriff Fakorede on the order of Ahmed Ajiran. And he sent to them the sum of 2 million naira through Bode, who is presently living in Germany for the killing of Sheriff Isola Salami. Right? Now we go down again. That both Shafi Fatai, aka Fabo, and Yusuf Ismaila, aka Bariga, deny involvement in killing of Prince Ademola Akinloye. Now, there's a reason why I kept on making emphasis on Prince Ademola Akinloye. Here's the thing. First things first, the police admitted, right, that the investigation have not been concluded. Fatai and Bariga have said they don't know anything about the death of Prince Ademola Akinloye. They don't know anything. Now, let's go to the recommendation, right? The recommendation that they gave to DPP. This is the recommendation that made them go to arrest Ahmed, right? If you go down, you see, in the meantime, efforts are still much in place to unravel the suspect behind the killing of Prince Ademola Akinloye, the son of Oba Adetunji Akinloye, the Ojumu of Ajiran, Etiosa local government area of Lagos. Now, it is clear that they never did any investigation on who unalive Prince Ademola Akinloye. From this whole investigation report, Bariga, first of all, police admitted that the investigation have not been concluded. Secondly, the suspects, Bariga and Fabo, consistently denied that they don't have any knowledge whatsoever to who unalive Prince Ademola Akinloye. And the police also recommended that in the meantime, effort are still much put in place to unravel the suspect behind the killing of Prince Ademola Akinloye. So please make it make sense and explain to me why you people now pinned the murder of Ademola Akinloye on Ahmed Ajiran if the police have not done investigation. So what is the point? And now Jimoh keep on going and doing press conferences and saying that Ahmed is on multiple murder. That Ahmed literally, because what he was putting out there is insinuating that Ahmed committed multiple murder. But meanwhile, your report clearly said that you did not investigate. But this one is not even important. Let's now go to the important part. This is what exposed him completely, right? This is the comprehensive investigative report from Prt.4. If you remember, this case, when Ahmed was arrested, they have already written a petition to the Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Reluwan Disu. Then Disu said, you know what, since you people are not comfortable with AIG Jimoh continuing this case, you people should take it to Prt.4. So the IG now gave Prt.4 the authority to investigate the whole case. So they collected the case file from Jimoh. They now brought it to Prt. And this is where Prt now unraveled everything and exposed Jimoh. So we'll go straight to the investigation report, right? There's a whole lot of page, but we'll just go straight to their findings, what Prt found after the whole investigation. So this is the finding of Prt. Please read with me. Findings. In the events of police investigation into the murder cases, the following facts became evident, right? So they did their own numbering in Roman numeral. So let's go straight to the IV. We are going to the important part. IV. That the complainant in both cases, His Royal Majesty Oba Tijani Adetunji Akinloye, OON, the Ojumu of Ajiran Land, Lekki, Lagos, on behalf of the Ojumu Royal Palace, strongly suspected one Ahmed Tajjudeen, a youth leader and a member of the royal family of Ajiran Land, Lekki, as a prime motivator and facilitator of dual murder. It is from this investigation of Prt that I even found out that Ahmed is also of a royal blood. And I also just found out that Ahmed's house might be where they are supposed to pick the next king from. But that's not important. Anyways, let's just continue. It is important but not important, but let's continue. So this is the important part. That the confessional statement of the 2 out of 4 initial arraigned suspects in court by SS1 SSQ Ikeja were contradictory as to who directly contracted them to kill one of the deceased, Sheriff Ishola Salami, between Bode and Kenny, other names mentioned. So what Prt is saying is that after our investigation, the 2 suspects are contradicting themselves. One of them said it was Kenny that contracted them to go and unalive Sheriff Salami. The other person is saying it is Bode. So which of them? And it doesn't make sense, because if these 2 people are going on a mission, no one be Oga, no one be boy, they are supposed to be privileged to the same information. They are supposed to be given one name, but they are contradicting themselves. One say Kenny, one say Bode. So who be the person? We are going to find out about this Bode and Kenny again. Number VII, that the principal suspect defense of alibi, claiming he was not in the country when both killing of Sheriff Ishola Salami and Prince Ademola Akinloye took place, was investigated and found out to be true. Via Nigeria Immigration Service response to our inquiry in letter reference, they put the reference dated 6 May 2026. Ahmed had told them that, see, I was not around when these 2 people were murdered. So they went further to do investigation, and they now wrote a letter to immigration. Immigration now responded to them from their record and said, yes, this person was never in the country when these 2 people were murdered. Now, I would have also suspected Ahmed if I would have said maybe as the one doing 9 year old come out. But then again, Ahmed is a frequent traveler. Even before this incident, Ahmed was traveling. He was always traveling. So, as at this time where this thing happened, Ahmed was not even around. And immigration confirmed it to them, right? Number 2. Number VIII, that the principal suspect bank statement from 3 different accounts showed that no transfer of 2 million naira either to Kenny, Bode, or any other suspected persons within the period under review, contrary to the claim made by the remanded suspect Fabo and Bariga. Remember, Fabo and Bariga said it was Ahmed that paid Kenny or Bode 2 million naira. Now, Prt now went to investigate 3 different accounts of Ahmed, and they found out that there was no transaction of 2 million naira during that period and a period before. They could not find anybody. They could not find Bode, neither did they find any Kenny from going through Ahmed Ajiran's account. And if you remember, these people said it was Kenny that contracted them, and Ahmed sent money to Kenny, and Ahmed sent money to Bode. It never happened, right? We come down again. That the telephone devices of the principal suspect was packaged to NPF NCCC, National Cybercrime Abuja, for forensic profiling and analysis report issued V. They gave the date where they sent the phone, right? They sent it on the 11th of May 2026. That there was no direct single transfer of 3 million naira to Kenny or Bode by the suspect per forensic report on the principal suspect phone from NPF. So when they checked 2 million, they no see. They decided to go further to check for 3 million naira. just in case he give them extra. They went through different accounts. They could not find Bode or any Kenny. So therefore, there was nothing like that, right? Now they move. That's the bank profile of beneficiary to fund transfer by the principal suspect on the 26th of August 2024, being the date the second deceased was murdered, were checked and no payments made by them to Bode, Kenny, Fabo, Bariga, or Mascot at large to sustain complicity on their part as laundering money for principal suspect to bankroll Dua killings. So they checked, they profiled everybody, and they checked. There was nothing whatsoever. I go again. That as at the time of filing this report, the arrest of Mascot alleged to have participated in the killing of deceased one person alongside Fabo and Bariga is yet to be actualized. Now, Dito One Body, other names unknown, alleged to have been used by the principal suspect as a co-front in the recruitment of Fabo, Bariga, and Mascot in the gruesome murder, as well as one Kenny said to have died mysteriously after a criminal act as claimed by Fabo and Bariga is sharing into confessional statement. That the principal suspect flatly denied the knowledge of Bode or Kenny, of Bode or Kenny, or any individual, all fronting for him to perpetrate any criminal act, including the murder of first deceased and second deceased, right? Now, that joint interrogation of 3 key suspects was unsuccessful due to the failure to secure reproduction warrants from court from the release of Fabo and Bariga from the Correctional Center, Kirikiri, Lagos, which led to granting of police requests by National Correctional Service Authority for the interrogation of 2 remanded suspects, Fabo, Bariga, at the Correctional Statement Facility, where they alleged duress in the course of their interrogation by initial investigative team, SS1 tactical team. So they asked the court that court should give them an order so that they can take Fabo and Bariga and bring them to Prt.4 from prison. Court did not give them that approval. So they now approach Correctional Center and say, see, we have the authority to investigate this matter. We want to talk to Fabo and Bariga. So Correctional Center gave them the access. So Fabo and Bariga was brought out. Now, when Fabo and Bariga was brought out, there were a lot of witnesses from the Correctional Center, and investigation started. When they investigated, Fabo and Bariga said, come, all those things that we said, it is because they torture us. This Ahmed that we called, it is under duress. Because they wrote it down in their statement that it is under duress, that they were tortured. That they were tortured. That was why they mentioned his name. Now, let's go to the recommendation of this case. This is what they recommended. And this is why I was saying DPP, and I was laughing. This is the recommendation to DPP and the conclusion of the investigation, right? The most sought-after principal suspect in this case, Ahmed Tajjudeen Ajiran, having finally been arrested by Interpol, handed over to the Lagos State Police Command and interrogated by this department, denied all allegations against him as being instrumental to the gruesome murder of the 2 deceased persons, Sheriff Isola Salami and Prince Ademola Akinloye, either directly or remotely. Investigation carried out indeed established that the suspect was far away outside the country as at the time of the 2 murder incident. However, significantly aided investigation carried out by this department established the principal suspect close affinity to the self-confessed Fabo and Bariga, currently on remand at Medium Correctional Facility, Lagos. The doe found in the principal suspect an expedient and inevitable reporting authority right from the inception their ordeal when first arrested to their current remand in prison. They confessed and self-admitted to the initial investigating team as the main actors to the actual killing of the first deceased, Sheriff Isola Salami, through the instrumentality of one Bode and Kenny, who they claim was hired and solely financed by the principal, Ahmed Ajiran Akambi, to perpetrate the criminal act. Unfortunately, Bode arrest is yet to be actualized by this department, while Kenny is said to have died mysteriously, thus foreclosing nexus being established against them and the principal suspect. Now, this body that Bariga said contracted them and paid them 2 million from Ahmed, they said they have not been able to arrest him. Because according to them, Bode is in Germany.
And they are not sure about the body because they didn't give them any information leading to body. They don't have picture of body. They don't have phone number of body. They don't know nothing about body. So therefore, body is just the ghost name. And the Kenny that was mentioned by Fabo, they said Kenny had died. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So the two people that can directly link Ahmed, because as of now, this Ahmed name that have been mentioned, this suspect that have been arrested, they have not had any encounter with Ahmed where Ahmed gave them contract. They only know Ahmed in the area as the king of the boys, right? But they don't have any direct contact with them. The people that contracted them is Bode or Kenny. Now they are saying this Bode, they don't have any identity of Bode. There's no face, there's nothing on Bode. And Kenny, they say Kenny don't die. Curiously, in the course of further explicit investigation by this department, self-confessed Fabo and Bariga made a volte-face to their confession made to the initial investigating team, alleging that they were made by them under duress. It remains to be seen, however, if their fresh claim is genuine and a true reflection of what actually herein transpired, or purely an afterthought to elicit sentiment and evade justice. The current investigating team was never an integral part of the initial team on charge the case, and as such, with all sense of humility, we will be unable to take a position on this. Besides, most respectfully, the current investigating team domiciled in the department is unable to arrogate itself reviewing power and authority over a case assigned to it purely to continue the investigation from where the initial investigating team stopped. So basically, this is what was sent to the DPP. Now, the DPP are supposed to review this, but the corruption of DPP in this matter, or the compromise of DPP, I'm going to review that later. But this is another part, right? Now, this whole investigation report was signed by a Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP, which is the rank that is supposed to sign this, from an assistant commissioner to a deputy commissioner to a commissioner of police. But you see the report by Jimoh. The report by Jimoh, however, was signed by an SP, not even a CSP, an SP. An SP is the person that signed this. SP Banti Adamu that signed this. Bode is a nobody. Kenny is a nobody. So the question is, how did Jimoh Moshood conclude this investigation? So you can see that there's an obvious conspiracy. The only way they can tell me now that there's no conspiracy, they should provide Bode and Kenny. Let Bode and Kenny come and say, this is when Ahmed contracted us. This is where we were. Let them establish a connection between Bode and Ahmed directly. That is when this case will make sense. Or this said Kenny, but they said Kenny don't die. So let's go to Bode. So this Bode that is in Germany, if he ever exists, bring him. Let him say the time that Ahmed called him and gave him the contract. They've checked Ahmed's account. They've seen that there's nothing. Ahmed did not make any transfer whatsoever. Do you understand? So how do you link all of this to Ahmed? It's by bringing Bode. So I'm asking again, where is Bode? Who is Bode? No matter the damage control that anybody wants to do in this matter, see, I have full fact of the case and I present evidence. This is a report from Panti. This is a report from Panti. This is a police report. Who is Bode? Where is Bode? AIG Jimoh Moshood. You have been exposed by Panti. Don't be very dark, man. This is the report from police. They have gone through Ahmed Tajjudeen account. He never did any transfer to nobody. So we want to see proof. This your report is empty. Anyways, we'll go to DPP next. Peace and love, don't play. If you play, you're going to learn, and you will learn the hard way. Don't play.